on the dot, on the hour, 10 seconds or so. Here we go. Igor Gorgonzola Novara of Italy in the blue and pink, taking on Vakifbank Istanbul of Turkey in the black and yellow, and the first point goes the way of the Italian outfit here at the Women's World Club Championships in China. A serve from Misha Hancock. Such a cruel blow when that ball hits the top of the net. Dribbles over. Hancock once again. Well, that's a good pickup. Gabby was kind of thinking that one was going to hit the floor. Hancock has kept it in play, and so Vakifbank have to go again. Good dig this time by the libero for Novara. Still the rally continues. Off ball here. Gabby can't have a swing. Well, now a chance for Novara on the pipe. Well, that's not a big swing either. Maybe now a better chance. Vakifbank, big swing, massive block. Serra puts down Vakifbank. Both setters into the back row very early for their teams. Another good block, Zera again. Gabby lining up. Zera, such an important role that the wing blockers have in volleyball, because really, you want them to be lining up where the attacks come from so the middle could join. And it was Gabby who actually made that block. Good high hands from Mijanovic, mostly protection against Vakifbank. Serbia goes after another. There'll be no love lost between them on court. No doubt they'll be best buddies off it. Courtney with some serious strapping on her right arm. Didn't have that in the first match. There's a big net touch against Hack. The ball was still in play. She followed through and hit the net. It hadn't hit the floor, so the infringement against Vakifbank. Sansona, the starting libero for Novara, played really well in the first match. Had to help bring her team back from 2-0 down against Changchun. And Novara getting in on the blocking action. Big swing, but dealt with by Novara. Vakifbank also being slowed down. Both teams are really doing well against the opposites. And two big power hitters being rather nullified at the moment. Gabby also not finding a way through. The continuation hit. Hack this time again, touched in the block and slowed down. Oh, that's a really good swing by Elitsa Vasileva. She gets that off the hands and away, looking for the block out. That may well have to be the thought process for most of these hitters against what is effectively two very good and disciplined blocks being put up by either side. Oh, that's nice. That makes a big difference if you can get a good ball in and then run the middle like that. Sarah absolutely hammering that one. Serve from Gabby. That's a cross-court block being shown by Hack, but that's only any good if everyone's watching and paying attention. Vakifbank hammers that cross-court, which suggests that nobody was paying attention. It's easy to call the blocking system on the beach. There's only two of you, and you actually wait to get that recognition from each other on court, you've really got to make sure that everyone's paying attention. There's 5 other people who need to know what you're doing. Ognjenovic couldn't go up and play that one. She's back row. It was going above and over the net, so had to get out of the way. All down from a good serve, putting Orge under pressure. Once again, Orge brought off the net by the pass, bringing the ball off the net. That's a really good set for Ognjenovic to find Zehar from there. Really fizzing that ball into the middle swing position. Zehar now with the serve. Pass. Well, that might almost stay in, but it doesn't in the end. Ognjenovic couldn't get her hips quite far enough under the ball, and that always changes the direction of the defence. Push your hips far under, which means you move back when the ball goes higher into the air, stays on your side. Take that time out, just some points in it.
古越龙山是中国最大规模的黄酒企业，经营拥有国家黄酒工程技术科研中心和26万千升的陈酒储藏。聚集2名中国酿酒大师13名国家级品酒大师和众多的酿酒高手，黄酒年产量达到16亿万吨。在这里呢，也是让今天现场所有的朋友们听到我们古越龙山的声音，好吗？3、2、1，前跳射！
Swing from Hack, but yet again, slowed down, and that is a top hit. Novara doing really well getting the ball into transition at the moment and denying Vakifbank their side-out points. Vasileva with enough line to work. Rakitrevic now serving again. Good dig. That time from Megan Courtney. Rakitrevic gets a little bit of luck as that comes off the block. It's Rakitrevic who is doing a lot of damage here. Guidetti doesn't like it. They'll like that a lot though, because Hancock jumped too early, thinking that ball was going into a B-quick position, a shoot ball, and it's gone out wide and it's a free swing. Isabella Hack now serve, Swedish international. Jump serve, well passed by Sansona. Good up by Orge. And a great piece of defence by Courtney. Vakifbank working well, and he's having a little look to see where the blockers were on the other side of the nets. It was a little quicker to Media, who gets the floor. That's a really good gap in the block to work. Excellent pass. Kirikella with a deep enough swing to position 1. Vakifbank couldn't control the ball properly. Trying to take Gabby out of the play, but Ognjenovic goes over on 2. So whilst tactically it was a smart serve, tactically Novara were then not awake at the net for what other options were coming, because Gabby was now no longer able to hit the pipe, but no one keyed in, nobody stopped the setter from going over with the second touch. Courtney works the block. Hancock deciding not to play that game and go over onto herself. That's really good. That time Hack with space to work. There was nobody really in front of her at the net, so pretty much a free swing. Put everything into that. This time Hancock decides to have a swing, and in transition really wrapping her hand around that ball, ripping into it. Hancock is a player who definitely has aspirations for playing for the national team and trying to command a regular place, but again, strength in depth for the USA, huge. Right now Carly Lloyd, one of the preferred setters. Into the corner. Slight miss hit, which gives Novara a chance because the ball was lacking pace. Recycled by Hancock. Good up by Ognjenovic. Both setters being taken out of this rally at various points, and that one's going to just ricochet off that block and land agonisingly on the floor for Novara. Nice point though by Vakifbank. Towards the technical timeout. Call the timeout. Lovely set to go behind. Hancock played in the Volleyball Nations League 2018. She went to Japan for an exhibition game, so to Brazil, and was on the roster for the World Championship. Jordan Poulter seems to have been the player who's now commanding the place ahead of her. To the Mexico Women's Continental Championship, Poulter went as a setter plays for DJ Hancock. Good example of just how high the players hit the ball and how high the block has to get across and try and stop it. All over that. Hack. Good dig from Hancock. Free ball for Vakifbank. Three front court players. Gabby waiting on the pipe. She gets it. But it's kept in play by Courtney. Good up from Gabby. Has to try and get back in and be a threat. But Hack goes over the top of the block to find the baseline. Great swing from Isabella Hack. Novara will know all about Isabella Hack, having played as she did for Scandici last season. She played in Béziers, in France. Started her career in Engholm. And the other opposite for Novara this time, Brakačević. Good serve. Ivana Brakačević brings Novara to the technical timeout. And they lead by 2.
好的，也是让我们的鼓励时刻下来为每位送出的是我们的无限期退氧轻颜面膜，也是以我们回答问题的方式，答对的朋友有机会获得我们的无限期退氧轻颜面膜。好的，第一个问题该是哪一位呢？好，第一个问题问到这边吧。第一个问题是我们目前所在进行的比赛，就是这个大赛的名字叫什么？3、2、1。来，我们下一位。 来，我们再下一位，好，这边举手了，来回答一下。排球世界杯。没错，就是我们古越龙上2019年世界女子排球俱乐部锦标赛，恭喜可以获得我们的无限洁面膜，来，恭喜。好，我们紧接着接下来一个问题，来，我们问到这边，好，下一个问题，请问我们本次大赛的所在地是哪里？没错，恭喜，回答正确。本次是我们的寿星。 好，谢谢。我们也是继续把目光关注到我们的比赛当中。
It's Velikovic. I said same. There I am saying Brakačević. Sorry for those of you screaming at your tablet, telephone, and whatever else it might be you're watching on. It is, of course, Velikovic who's serving. Number 17, who got the ace, and serves again. And it's well past this time. A little tip over the top of the block works for Hack. Veseleva's done really well at that, getting that ball just, it's a really good set because it's not dying inside the block, it's got the height where she can attack the high hands, and she's doing that really well. Now it is Brakačević with the serve. Brakačević played for Vakifbank in the 13-14 season, and the only other player who was there at the time was Sorge, which is probably why she was going after her in the serve. Knows all about what she can do. That's a better block this time. And for once, Vasileva's trying to hit that steep. And as a result, the middle block's been able to get in and help out. And then Rasic. So one Serbian blocking another. Hack now back to the serving line. Excellent from Brakačević. Sim, she has on the back of her shirt, not overly happy. Making that dig, that's what she's there for. She knows she should have done better. Napodano is on. Francesca Napodano, an outside hitter. Also more over a libero domestically. That's a good block from Hancock and Kirikella. Sometimes it's easy when you think you've got a shorter blocker up against you, that you can try and bury the ball, but you can't do that. Guidetti not happy.
Change with the game to go one leg and 5. Vai,
energy.
Swing again. But now actually the opposites are starting to get a feel for what's in front of them in the block and starting to make the adjustments they need to try and go over the top and around it. Both Hack and Brakatrovic having more success as this set goes on. That's just phenomenal. What a set to find Rasic in the middle. Ramon. That's an understanding that goes back through years of playing volleyball together. Good leave by Novara. Dig. With the serve. Frustrating setup as that goes off her hands and out of play. Key point that, 21-20. When you look back at statistics of matches and sets played across all the different leagues and championships, international, domestic and so on, a key indicator is the first team that gets to 21 invariably goes on to win the set. But this one being close at 21-20 doesn't mean that's necessarily going to be the case, but that is a wonderful swing through the middle in transition by Velikovic, which makes things a little bit more comfortable for Novara. A few changes coming now for Vakifbank. Kansu coming in, Guster coming in. Serve again. Hancock's got such a good jump serve on it. And that is a ball that goes down the side of Novara. Gabby, such a good hitter. Time called by Novara. Guidetti with that. Gets to see the play a few seconds after he's finished. He's down the road side. I thought he got around that side. Gabby is still a very good hitter. Very unorthodox arm swing. It's not the sort of swing that you would naturally choose to teach somebody. And that is an interesting little discussion, isn't it, about technique. There are what we believe to be the fundamentals, and to a degree they're absolutely right, and you would coach them that way, and that's a fundamentally sound left-handed approach and swing on the jump serve from Hancock that gets a touch ace and brings Novara to set point. However, Hancock could do all of that in terms of get that movement, power, spin and control, but never used her right arm. You're not going to stop her from doing it. It's all about having an action in volleyball and in any sport that you can reproduce under pressure in tight situations. Hancock Hancock looking to reproduce her last serve. She's done a really good job. No middle coming. It's a free ball here for Novara. Hoisted high. 4 attacking options. It'll only be the 3 though. No pipe coming, and it's hammered through the middle, but really good dig in the back row. And would you believe it, Vakifbank hold on in this set. Travers couldn't quite keep it in play. Step with the serve. Hack back on into the front row. That'll do nicely, will it? It's off the block. So the first set goes the way of Novara, 25-21. Really good swing, high hands. Gabby can't stop it. Probably gets the point in the set. Really good game in terms of errors. Only 5 throughout that set. High level of volleyball. Players having to earn their points as opposed to teams being given them. And in fact, Vakifbank, just the one of note was Gabby's in the net. Can't think of the other one. Oh, it was a missed serve. There we go. Missed serve, one ball in the net. Well, there was 3, wasn't there? Missed serve, 3 errors, 4 them against. Really solid, really good quality game of volleyball. So Guidetti, his hands out in front of him. He's not happy with the blocking of Vakifbank. Wants him to get further across, and coaches say it time and time again, and those of you that are coach, I know you've said it, we've all said it, get across the net. And that's all well and good. You do want to get as far across the net as you possibly can and get as close to the ball as you possibly can, because you're closing down the angles and you can send the ball down. But the higher up the levels you go, you can't just go straight across because you'll get hit in the head. You actually have to get that compromise between going up and across. You've got to get close to the ball. And with the heights that the likes of Bracketrevich is hitting it, Hack is hitting it at times, especially for the likes of Hancock, you are just putting your hand straight up in the air. And so too is the setter for Vakifbank, who will get proceedings underway. Gorgonzola with the serve in this second set. And it's a really good start. Hack definitely getting across the net with that block. Ball just dying slightly, a little low. Courtney not happy. God, there's a huge evaluation going on right now from Courtney, but she's got to quickly stop that and focus on this serve coming from Gorgonzola, which she does. Another good dig. Both liberos working hard. And again, well played. Free ball now, better position here for Novara. And they were camping and waiting for that middle swing to come. Well, they couldn't stop Rakitravich. She had probably the toughest swing she had in that rally, but comes up with the goods, and that's why she's there. That's what the opposites are there for. They have to deal with a lot of out-of-system ball, a lot of stuff that's just hoisted in the air, and they've got to find solutions. Rakitravich finding a perfect solution. That was a huge serve, which doesn't get to the justice done when you see it through the filter of a camera, because that ball really fizzed over the net. Kizem looking to do better with this serve from Hancock. Oh, well played by Gabby. That's a horrible when it clips the net like that. Oh, good pick up by Sansona. Oh dear. After all that, Saleva trying to play smart and just guide that ball over the net and inside the 3-meter line. It's defeated by Gabby now to serve for Vakifbank. Massimo Barbolini kind of breaks the mould for Italian coaches. You look at Guidetti, we've already seen the facial expressions, the way he puts his head, the body language, the fact he wears his heart on his sleeve and he's living every point. And he gets quite emotional. Barbolini is statuesque in comparison. He really doesn't get fazed by anything, which for those of you that follow your volleyball and see a lot of Italian volleyball and see the Italian coaches, that's not the norm. I guess it's a cultural thing. You see it very often in the men's and the women's in terms of coaches. He's very much a cool, quiet character. He just gets on with it. Right, will now serve. Watch her get an ace. Well, Novara really have been flirting with the top of that net. There's a rule change, I say not long ago, it was quite some time ago now, actually, that the ball was allowed to hit the net and still continue. It used to be that if the ball hit the net, that was the end of the rally. Like tennis, in tennis the ball hits the net, you get another serve, but here if it hits the net and it's going to land in, play continues. Great up from Kizem. It's too close to the net, and so Rakitravich gets a free swing. Novara 3 in front, 1 set to the good so far. Vakifbank struggling here, but he knows it. Could be a challenge. We'll have our first challenge of the match. Hack's looking around as if she wants to think it's in or a touch, so what are they going to go for? We're going to look at in or out. That's it, great swing. Goes to Vakifbank. Novara bounced straight back. And then increase on their lead. Rakitravich with the ace into the technical timeout. than that.
在去年的当中呢，也是无限极对我们的大赛进行了支持。在这里呢，也是再次感谢我们的无限极。无限极现已成功研发生产出5大系列对料品牌，共143款产品，包括无限极健康食品、最雅护肤品、维雅护品、植雅个人护理品、邦德家家居用品。 享优乐养生用品前39款产品获得国际斯坦教协会颁发的今年是经过20年的发展壮大，无限极中国已经在中国内地设立30家分公司、30家服务中心，拥有超过6800家的专卖店。在这里呢，每一位也是可以关注到绍兴体育的公众号，关注绍兴体育公众号，即有机会赢得比赛门票。
Time out is over. 8-4. This is Igor Gorgonzola Novara.
Better pass this time by Gizem. The middle gets the job done. And he gets that off Kieran Keller. Ismailoglu. Good chance here for Vakifbank. However, it's not a good swing, an unforced error. Ismailoglu. Trying to make it difficult for Gabby, take her out to the play, but that does mean Hack's available, and she hammers that one to the line. So it's now back to serve. Serve as well, because it's free ball here for Vakifbank. Gabby, though, turns that into Hancock. That is the one Achilles heel that Gabby has in her style of hitting. The way that she does approach, it does. She has a tendency to turn back towards the line. Time called by a very unhappy Guidetti.
Like this, we finish in 40 minutes, we are not there. Because they give us the ball, and we give us the mistake. Because we don't have patience, we cannot correct something that is not perfect. Aye. Go.
The longer you're in the game of volleyball, and the more you see that kind of behaviour, you just get the feeling that that is probably served no purpose at all. With the greatest respect to who is a wonderful coach, Guidetti, but he's just spent 30 seconds saying nothing other than telling them what's already happened and what they're doing wrong. I didn't get him to hear anything about, okay, what do we need to do to make it right? And how does that help morale? I know they're professionals and they're getting paid, that's nice. Maybe he's trying to fire them up and get angry, but who with? Angry at him or angry at the other team? That's a really good swing. I guess then it kind of feeds in because Guidetti now sees that happen. I think, yep, that's confirmed. I was right to shout and tell them off. That's an interesting debate as to whether or not that's a good way. It's a bit like make an error, run up and down the gym, make an error, do 50 push-ups. Well, make an error, think about why you made that error, what can you do right with the next action, instead of thinking about it while you're doing 50 push-ups. And don't get to deal with that problem at the moment you need to. You can have a team that are really good at push-ups and running up and down stairs and doing star jumps, but not any better at volleyball. By the same token, it doesn't have to be a whole kind of wrap them up in cotton wool, oh, never mind, next one. There has to be a sense of realism about what's happening. Do you understand what's happening? Why that's happening? Is it a technical thing or a tactical thing? That's a little bit of luck for Velikovic. I should tell you, yeah, we train that an awful lot. And Guidetti's really unhappy, but you can't get upset about that. That's just a fluke. As the swing comes back off the head. I mean, what can you do about that? Hancock now with the serve. That's a really good serve. So that little blip, that little moment where it looked like things have gone right with the quick off the back of the timeout, it's not the case at all. So Ebrar's come in. She used to have a curtain on the back of her shirt, but now she's going to the big time. Not that means that at all, but you can have a choice. You can have your first name, your last name, or even your nickname. So Ebrar's going with her first name on her shirt. A little change, just changing the picture perhaps for Hancock. They get the side out. Ebrar really trying to up the energy levels for the team. We are going to have a little look though. So Barbolini, really nice play from him actually. Just taking a little bit of the impetus out of what Vakifbank are wanting to do. So let's have a little look, see if that ball's in or out. It's just, he knew it was out, but he's got himself a bit of a timeout. Just taking some of that sting out of what Vakifbank are perhaps hoping to go on and do. Gabby with the serve. Velikovic into the corners. With the way that volleyball sets up, the way that you defend at 5, 6 and 1 in your base positions or starting positions, when this swing comes in, you've got no time to go anywhere. It's a really good effort actually from Gizem to try and get onto it, didn't work. Courtney now with the serve. Old school, deep float serve. Vakifbank get their side out. Gets slowed down, but Courtney's quite high up into court, playing defence at position 6, middle back. And as that ball comes off the block, she can't chase it down. Free ball here for Novara. Velikovic didn't really want to play that. And Razic has tipped that in the wrong side. The space was to tip that into the middle of court, to the left of the middle. She made the tip back inside, so Barbolini calls the timeout. Better option was to make that tip inside. Easy to say that when we're sat watching. In fact, really well played by Hack, who some good hang time to make that block. Not enough as that one rattled around the defenders. Not enough on it to bring it back over the net. Kirikella was always going to get something on that. No one able to get near that one from Hack. And the reason Kira Keller was always going to get something on it was because the setter's down on her knees. That ball's got to travel from below the height of the net to get back up above it to be hit. So Kira Keller had the time to get to it, but no time to get to that one. Hack now with the serve. That's a really good block from Ebra. Rakatrevic was looking to go big. Ebra, who's playing as an outside hitter, with a really good swing, a really good block. Good serve from Hack. Travels right into that ball. She's contacting it a good 1.5 metres, 2 metres in. That's not a ball to have a swing to finish the rally on as we go into technical timeout, but that's something Ebra's going to have to learn. She's out of position off the net, out of system, and she's trying to hit a winner with her first swing. Again, it's just wasting time. He's just told her, and we do this, we've done that, and now you've done that. Yeah, well, you saw we've done all that. So either something out, or let's talk about how we cannot do that. So a reminder, you're out of system, we don't hit winners, let's get that ball in play, okay? Let's then reset our block defense, put them under pressure. And then look at what Novara are doing to us. At the moment, they're putting us under pressure from their serve, so we're going to change the picture of that. Are we going to step up, maybe try and overhand pass some of those float serves that are coming at us, set up with 4 passes on the jump serves? Is that going to help us out and get us in positions where we can free up somebody that has a swing? At the moment, they're relying on Hack to do everything for them, to get them out of trouble, and it's too much for one player to do all of that. Gabby's effectively been taken out of the game, and the middles haven't been able to run. So it's finding solutions to those problems. And the problem is coming from the serving, from Brakatrevic's serve. That's a good ball in from Ebra. Now there's more options, but still going to Hack. Oh dear. That's a problem. Brakatrevic's had a couple of issues, hasn't she? She's got blocked, and then she's come back with her next swing's done that, but that's good to see. Very impassive. Barbolini knows that none of his players are there to make mistakes on purpose. Nobody does. Why would you do that? So what's the point of getting upset about it? Very little. Good service from Ebra. That's well played. Hancock made to look as if she might have another go. Kira Keller on a really good movement behind. Once that slide to perfection. Right now, Novara doing enough to stay 2 in front. D'Elio coming in. She'll shore up the back row here with some serving, some passing and defending. Is them looking to put a good ball in here for Vakifbank. Ebra steps in. That one may not have caught the sidelines, it hasn't. Rasic was reaching at that ball, it's quite a way in front of her, which is why it had backspin on it, because she couldn't get her hand through it, she's got her fingers through it. Have another look. Get the backspin. Poor contact, but the ball was set away from her. Now Kansu has come in. And it's one setter for another, so Guidetti saying that Bogdanovic is not up to it. So new setter in, new playmaker. Well, that's a really good set. Rasic enjoyed that, that's for sure. That was definitely in her hitting zone. Side out points though for Vakifbank, and that's what Novara will be recognising. For Vakifbank to have that, they've already lost the point. Rasic now to serve. Good leave, easy leave by Novara. Rasic -1 on that run of 3 points. Hit out, hit in, serve out. That's her effectiveness, and that's where some of the stats we see on the screen don't bear out that the whole picture. You get a player who's got 18 kills, but Rasic may have 6 kills, but we've just seen her hit one out and hit a serve out. So actually that's only 4 kills, only 4 points, only +4 if you were to look at it in that way as we head into the timeout, because the errors are creeping up And there are too many of them at the moment for Vakifbank.
好，我们古月龙山粉丝让我们尖叫声有多少？3、2、1。古月龙山酿造美好生活。来，我们的大牌再举高一点，好吗？尖叫声！好，谢谢古月龙山。
Kirikella to serve. Novara are now in a really good place because Ebrar has been aced. Ebrar's come onto court, not really warmed up, not really ready to go, but well, I guess more importantly, not quite up to game speed. Waits is back on her heels. She's not put any momentum into that ball, not any energy into it. Great serve from Kirikella, looking for another one. That time forcing Gabby to come in front and work hard, and she's done brilliantly. Making that pass, accelerating out wide to go and have the swing. Quicker from Gabby. Getting that ball in between the two blockers and defenders. Kansu to serve now. Puts Hack into the front row for Vakifbank. Big front row this for the Turkish side. And he comes up with an immediate block. Fashionably late, I guess would be the best way to describe that block from Serra. Look close from Courtney. Hancock having to fling that out to her. Novara call a timeout. Very different demeanour from Barbolini. Cool and calm. Okay. Establishing what needs to be done. Confirming what needs to be done. Side out. Get to 22. Keep moving from there. Sometimes it can be just as simple as that. Good setting from Hancock, taking the ball and continuing it on its way. This is where Hancock could really finish off the set here. More than capable of coming up with 3 points. Not all in one go. Not going to happen though. Good passing from Vakifbank, and then Hack working the ball over the top of the block. But again, it is a side in the context of that point one. As good as it is, it's just a side-out point. Novara looking for a side-out themselves here from Gabby's serve. And they don't even need to worry about working it. There might be a challenge coming. It's close, isn't it? Got to be worth the risk at this stage. I'll tell you what, I reckon that could be. But then again, we saw 2 angles. From those 2 different angles, you get 2 different perspectives, 2 different views, and it is out.
This ball was out. Challenge unsuccessful. 23-20.
Gets slowed down, and the chance here for Novara to bring up set point. Rakočević might go again, and this time it's going to be Swing through the outside, but that's an unforced error from De Julio. That's her first swing of the match from De Julio. Taken off. Gusti comes in, serving substitution for Vakifbank. Novara have been pretty good with fewer errors than Vakifbank. Now it's not the time for them to make any more unforced errors, and they don't. That ball hammered away through the middle, and so it is set point now for Novara.
Set point. Igor Gorgonzola Novara.
That's a good ball in. And straight away the middle's run, which is what you'd expect. Rasic, no problem at all, putting that down on the floor. But this is where Vakifbank have to dig so deep. If they're going to get back into this set, they need 2 points from serve. Now, Hack has the jump serve, has the capability. It's high risk. The risk reward is worth it. It's a great serve, but really good pass. That is a quality finish from De Julio after being put under pressure, but put in a wonderful serve, a wonderful pass. But I think we're going to have a challenge here, are we?
But we have a little challenge requested.
The ball was in. Why would he challenge? He's been given the point. The ball was in, and Vakifbank haven't got the point. Novara have the point, so why would they challenge? Unless the ball had gone against. Oh, right, so a little bit of confusion. Hopefully I can clear that up for you. De Julio certainly put that ball on the floor. It would appear there was a net touch. There's a massive net touch. Ah, I see, because they might have thought perhaps it was De Julio who's caught the antenna, but it's not. It's Kansu who's caught the antenna with her hand. So it is indeed point for Novara. They take the set. They now lead Vakifbank by 2-0. Pretty much the tail of that set, wasn't it? Those unforced errors. We had 5 in the first, and that's 16 in the second.
斯的球鞋，让我们听一下今天你们支持的球队是3、2、1。好，你支持的是哪一队？好 ，OK， 那么也是把我们的还有这球鞋送到你的身边，恭喜！好，来一下我们还有这球鞋，那么也是问一下我们本场比赛现在的比分是多少？大比分？好，恭喜回答正确，我们是把这球鞋送给您，恭喜！好，继续收看我们的金牌比赛。
Volley fans, clap your hands. Volley fans, clap your hands. Volley fans, clap your hands.
Third set underway. Isha Hancock with the serve for Novara. They lead Vakifbank by 2-0 here in the Shaoxing Olympic Centre, this FIVB Women's Club World Championship. To keeping a place on court after bringing Vakifbank back into that second set. It is Vakifbank who take the opening points. Belarus is now back to the serving line. Good start this for Vakifbank. Go on forever. Never seen a team win 25-1, never seen them get 25-0. It's Novara on the board. That 25-1 was Russia women against Algeria in the World Cup in 2015. The sets were 25-1, 2 and 3. And those were missed serves. Nice play to the middle. But with 3 players going into block, there was a big gap behind. Unfortunately, they're not coming off the block and landing in that gap. Very quickly, Novara shrugging off the deficit, just 1 behind. Better swing that time from Bedbra. No, she couldn't have a swing. Kept it in play, and now they've got a better chance. Hack over the top, good up from Courtney. It's all about making that dig, isn't it? It was, for a moment there, Vakifbank were under the cosh. Then they made a good dig and had a swing to take the set, or take the point, I should say. But one really good dig, and then suddenly Brakatrovic has a chance for a swing, and she takes the point. Oh, that's a great serve, ace serve from Brakatrovic. So far, Novara have racked up 8 aces. And they've come up with another point. Zera goes through the middle, but it's dug spectacularly. He looks like he's given up. That's the last thing he needs to do, or his team. That was a really good piece of play from Novara. You have to credit them with that really good play. They made the dig. And you can't say there was anything wrong with Zera's hit. It was really good. This time, Gabby finds a way through. Funny how you have a quick look at the stats. Novara's 8 aces. Vakifbank have made 8 blocks for points. They've only had 2 aces. And Novara have only made 3 blocks for points. But it's a misnomer thinking that blocking's all about scoring points. It's not. It's about slowing the ball down to get the ball into transition or guiding the attacker to where your defenders are. Behind your block or to the side of the block. That was not coming back.
来看到我们今天现场的很多朋友看到我们的海老师啊，这个海老师在每个人身上都是熠熠发光。尤其是刚刚我们接车了，穿到我们身上真是非常帅气啊，颜值顶呱呱。
Good touch. That'll work very nicely off the block and way over the other side of court from Megan Courtney. More point scoring opportunities here, which Courtney takes by getting off the block and away.
Here we go. That takes the score in the third. 4 points each.
not always easy to see when the pass is good. Because the middle's able to roam free. It's a little tight, well played by Hancock. Somehow Razic didn't put her hands on that. She may well have touched Hancock, and Hancock definitely put her hands on that one as she shuts down Gabby. Again, the middle works. Kansu shooting that ball on the B quick. That was a little too easily read by Courtney. Four points in front now, Novara, and Hancock going back to serve, and she could easily increase that lead for her club. You know, if it had been any other player, it would have just been a just to the net, because Kansu's gone up and then she's made it look like she's going to set it. Courtney's been lulled into playing it. That looked to be a contact on Courtney's side, didn't it? Vakifbank kind of holding on in this set. They've got to try and break down Novara's side out. Sana keeps it in play. Free ball for Vakifbank. Better chance maybe, but that's not a good ball in from Serra. But Hack works really well to get that ball off the block and away. So Vakifbank are now back to within a point. Marmalini is in some danger. Cross time.
Very close.
Trevic saw glory, didn't see Serra. That frustration and get ready for what potentially could be another ball out to her here. Oh yes, great blocking from Vakifbank. Now they go in front. Travis apologising again for getting blocked. It's a really good block though by Zera. High and across the net. Message to serve. Vakifbank fighting so hard, but in the end, Velikovic comes up with the point. The two big Serbian superstars for Novara having a little bit of a wobble. It's the Serbian for Vakifbank. Situ is applying on the pressure from the serving line. All square, trouble here for Vakifbank. Ebra not containing that ball. Half volley is not allowed. Unforced error. I think it's in. Well, I think there's a net touch. Vasileva with that bony little elbow, just clipping the net. It's a good call, good challenge. Not for Novara. Zera is coming into her own at the moment here for Vakifbank. One player making a big difference. That's a really good serve. Rakitrevic somehow makes it work. It was all really tight, serving into the traffic, trying to make it difficult for Rakitrevic to have a run up to try and attack the ball. Lovely setting from Hancock. We saw the way that she set the ball, then got out of the way to create a little bit more space. Well watched that by Kansu. Good up Hancock, kicking wing. Works. Oh, I don't think that's made it in. It's Vakifbank who have the lead the first time they've had one at a technical timeout. Zebra. Big yell, big serve. Good pick up from Gabby, but she's, sorry, from the other outside hitter. It wasn't Gabby, was it? It was, in fact, Ismailoglu, who now has another opportunity, but it's much well dealt with. Does Ismailoglu get there in the end? Zera again. What a player. Zera is only ever played for Vakifbank, has been with the club since 2017. 117 matches she's played already. 30 tournaments. She has been with the team since 2014. She has also represented Turkey World Championships under 18 level, 4th, under 20 level, 10th back in 2014. And the under 23 World Champion in 2016. Zera playing with the national team. 10th World Championships in 2018 last year. World Club Champion here in China. She's at it again. Zera through the middle. Part of the team that was second in the Volleyball Nations League in 2018 was Zera. 4th this year. Won the Champions League. Won the domestic league. Coming on to court now, Napadona for Novara. They really do need to find another gear here. The psychology of this one is turning in favour of Vakifbank. Ball there for Novara. Kirikella wants to slide, goes out wide instead. Good pick up for Ismailoglu. That time, people are really having a rip at that ball. Oh dear, trouble. There was big trouble. Kansu was wanting to set that one. Ismailoglu in the way. Kansu tried to get her out of the way, didn't work. Then it went downhill. Hit for Vakifbank. Good play from Courtney. Kirikella, who's played a volleyball in Italy, started with Robosport volley. Good blocking, and it's Milena Rasic denied by compatriate Celica Veliseva. By Velikovic, I should say. Gusta comes in. She's been in the last couple of sets. Enovic is also in. This is a double sub to put the setter into the back row, so 3 attacking options here for Vakifbank in the front row. After Robosport, Kirikella went to Palavolo. He's been with Novara since 2014. Tied out by Vakifbank. They hit that magic 21-point mark. Everyone now into the front row. Vakifbank, there's a big front row for them. Ismailoglu will look to make it tricky from the serving line. Not going to happen. Hancock says thank you very much for popping that up for me to have a hit. Gabby now coming into the action. Hancock back to the serving line. Brackotrevich into the front row. Hancock, Penn State University graduate. Great serve from her. It's an ace from Hancock. It's all square. She played in Puerto Rico. She's played in Italy with Gorgonzola. Then went to Poland for a few seasons to play with Ulica and Braclav. Then came back to Italy, was with Monzo before going to Novara. Another good serve, but it's well past options here, but into transition. Hancock scurrying, Brackotrevich. I don't think she caught anything. She didn't. She doesn't think she did. I thought for a second there might have been a net touch actually against Vakifbank. We're going to have a look for a block touch. If it was a block touch, it would have been the merest, tinsy-winsiest. I wish I'd cut my fingernails of a block touch. Oh, it was. Well, she didn't think she got it, but she did. That's a big point, really big point. Hancock back to serve again. That's 2 in a row for her. Novara in the driving seat. And a top serve. Oh, but that is a top swing from Ebra. It doesn't get any better than that. That's in the corner, that's undefendable. You just don't stop that ball, that's brilliant. No touch, no, but it was in. Good dig from Gabby, available on the pipe, gets it. But Hancock alert to it. Pick up from Ebra, dealing with Brackotrevich. And then stopping Courtney from getting over. Brackotrevich again. And that time she's just trying to go too steep. Lost her discipline. Vakifbank get the point, and now they edge in front. Coming in. To serve. Novara need that side out. A chance of making that happen. Brackotrevich gets the block out and does make it happen. Set point then for Vakifbank. It's another block out, 24 all, so now we'll go two clear to, we'll need to get someone two clear before we get this one done and dusted.
战士上的时刻跟希望每一位的尖叫声。
Resubstitution and chance to Uspay back on court.
Play hack. Good pass. Side out achieved again. We'll keep going. Brakatrevich could turn the tide back in Novara's favour here. She goes back to serve. Oh, lovely. That's as good as it gets through the middle. What a way to do it! An ace serve gives Vakifbank set 3, and they are still in this match. Vakifbank take that set. It's 2-1 to Novara. There's momentum with the Turkish side, Vakifbank Istanbul. Away we go with the fourth set. Vakifbank having taken the last one 27-25 against Novara to stay in this match. It's Brakatrevich. Novara takes the first point. They're not planned, they never are, but they feel just as good when you win the point as if you hit a clean ace in between somebody and just clipped off somebody and gone out of play. Nothing to start. Middle blockers have played an important role for both sides in this match so far. Everybody's had to be at the top of their game. Good covering from Gabby. That's a top swing from Ibra. And what was really good about that, even though she didn't have a run-up just off one step, full arm swing. Watch her arms. All the way back, all the way up. Gives her the height she needs, and she's just clipped a bit of that line. Katsu now with the serve. Different style, big arm swing on the way back, but her right arm doesn't come all the way up. It stops halfway, then comes back. And watch that technique of Brekatrevich. She's actually pulling the brake on her right arm, not allowing it to flow all the way up for a high contact. She stops, then attacks the ball. She wanted. Good pick out from Courtney. Bit of a scramble though at the net as to who's going to take that. Novara out of position. Has come up with a wonderful swing. Really good slow-mo. Look at the height. That ball about the height of the antenna. Could have probably hit that even higher from a higher point. Saving her, shouting for after the point's been won. Ebra going all tennis on us with a huge roar. She contacts the ball with the serve. Far back to what they were doing in the first set, slowing Hack down. Keller on the slide. Oh, well played. Big lead this for Novara, the first technical.
小伙伴们在这个现场，中国电信加快5G 网络布局和建设，推动智慧家庭业务发展，为用户打造信息化更加美好生活。重要的事情说3遍，也不要忘了关注绍兴体育，将会在绍兴体育当中，朋友们送出我们的比赛门票。 那每一位也是可以打开抖音、开设短视频，然后@FITV女排 来世俱杯官方抖音号更多精彩抖音短视频，享受生活每一刻。
Gabby once again wants to turn twice now. She's tried to turn and she's turning into a block. It's a technical issue that Gabby has. So she has to fight hard to hit that ball cross court against the way her body wants to go, but it's Ebra who comes up with the point. Jeez, that one's going to collapse. Chase from Hack, free ball if it comes over. 4 players all ready and waiting, all looking to put pressure on, and they do exactly that. Vasileva there with a bit of a gap to work the ball into. When you've got 4 attackers against 3 blockers, the pressure, the time and pressure on those blockers is huge, because you have to respect the movements that are being made in front of you by the attackers that are coming at you. That's a great pass under the circumstances, and that's going to go the way of Vakifbank, because Kansu's tried to set the ball. The question, this is the tough one. She wants to set it. Where is the ball? Where's the contact Kirakela makes? Does she contact it on her side? Tell you what, she does. But part of the ball's also on Kansu's side, who's trying to set it. Where'd you go with that? Subjective call. Referee says Kansu is trying to set it, and therefore it is Vakifbank's point. Nice, but it was set from the knee, so time for Novara to see where that was going, and then Brekačević has made sure the point has gone the way of her team. It's not looking like Vakifbank are going to get back into this one, given the lead they have. You'd expect to go on and take this set, Bogdanović coming back into it. Is this in? Is this out? Oh, what? Oh, no, you're joking. Well, goodness me, that's had to go under the microscope, hasn't it, to see that that one's out. That's not very happy. Guidetti bow-faced. Doesn't get any closer than that to not be in. Points to Novara. More errors from Vakifbank, more points for Novara, more trouble for Guidetti and his team. Timeout called. As we have this timeout, a little quiz question for you. What was volleyball originally called? Are you shouting out the answer? Well done. Those of you going to look it up, well, good for you. Those of you that don't know, and to wait, I'll tell you after the time. Just not the contact. It was off the thumb and just sent it a little bit too far away. Answer to that quiz question, what was volleyball called originally? It was actually called Minternet, because it was a badminton type game, and that's why it was called that to start with. It was such was its similarities. However, Alfred Halstead later renamed it to volleyball. A sport that was invented by William G. Morgan. Very much nothing like the sport that was invented back then. It was originally invented for businessmen to enjoy something a little more relaxed. That one's right on the baseline. In fact, I think it actually started with 9-on-9 was the original format. It was invented in a YMCA in the US of A. It is Novara who are just bossing this fourth and what is looking very much like the final set. Touch from Kirikala. With a really nice bump set out for Morgan. Oh, what a pickup. That's really good stuff from Gizem. And then Gabby gets that block out. Well worked point from Vakifbank, but that just shows us at the moment how hard they are having to work just to get that. Checking that Kansu's all right with Lassie. Anybody wants is an injury. Especially stuff under the net, so it's okay. It's Novara 10 points. No timeout call, it's a technical timeout. 5 points in a row from service at 10. It's just against that. Just giving up his way for chatting now because the assistant coach is getting involved. You've got to reach a point where there's pointless arguing and going on about it. Just got to figure out a way to try and get back into it. Captain is on court for Vakifbank. Maybe that is the change that they need. Melis Gurganak, to give her full name. Vakifbank have a ball. Doesn't really like all that attention, does she, when they'll come flying into it and congratulate her. showing where she was going to hit there, but nobody could stop her. Right in between the blockers. Massive from Ibra. Very difficult at the moment for Vakifbank to get any momentum as soon as they get that point. Novara straight back in and scoring points. It's a toughie. Oh, well played, Hancock, pancake. They've got a stack of them under it, but it's a massive block from arguably the player of the match. Certainly the player of the match for Vakifbank. Sarah is just all over the net. Sarah, 20 years of age, putting in a fine performance for her team. Kansu now with the serve. And Vakifbank are slowly but surely getting back into this one. It might just be, though, that the points are going to run away from them. They've gone from 10 behind to just 4 behind, and that's a big achievement. Great up from Gabby. That's come off the block, so Vakifbank will take the point. Right now they're fighting like the proverbial fish on a chopping board. Causing Novara a bit of a headache. Steady ball out wide for Ibra. Unfortunately for her, going cross courts and hasn't found the line she was looking for. Somehow kept in play. The swing, put it on the floor. A young team actually, they've got, you look at the set out, 20. Around Karakurts. Just 19. Big serve from Karakurt. Started her career with Bursa in 2014. Moved to Vakifbank in 2016. It's a good pick up. It's a question in the case of kind of falling at it. Just about got the step in time, and it's the point for Novara.
1950.
Right where she likes to go, right at an important moment in the match. Allowed to hit the shot she loves to hit. Lilo is in. Leo, I should say. Good up from Ibra, kept in play. Kansu, who's done really well in coming on to replace the starting setter, Ognianovic. Has kind of turned the tide here for Vakifbank. And that was a mix-up then for Novara. Kira Keller not sure if it was hers, and then Leo not sure if it was hers either. She's trying to get that one out too. Novara slowly but surely making their way towards fourth set victory and as a result overall match victory, but they have really coughed and spluttered over the last few points. It would appear they put a little bit of petrol in the diesel, whereas Vakifbank are purring along at the moment. Well, they may well catch Novara here. Ark works the block. Just one behind now. This is some comeback. You wonder whether or not Novara thought, yeah, we're done and dusted here, 10 up, that's it, we're done. The minute that creeps into your head, you're in big trouble. Like a big footfall then from Ark. Could be a challenge coming. And they have pressed the button for the challenge, but the ball has now been put down by Courtney. So they pressed the button for the challenge for the jump serve footfall. Because Barbolini pointed to the foot, and I'm pretty sure pointed to the assistant for that. And it did look as if Hack's foot touched the baseline as she served. Now the question is though, did that challenge buzzer come before or after that ball hit the floor? Because once that ball hits the floor from Courtney, that's it, rally's over regardless. looks like that's difficult to see from that quite where they've gone to. So a little bit of confusion. So that'll just figure out what's going on here. Well, there is the foot fault. So we've got what we needed anyway, which was the fact there was a foot fault, which looked like it was in real time. So the correct result is achieved. The correct outcome. I just wonder though whether, because it looked as if they were saying they hadn't challenged for it, but they did, and they got it. I guess because they got the block out as well, it could have been a bit tricky if they hadn't, because having won that point, if they then challenged for a foot fault, that never happened, even though they won the point, because they've challenged in the rally and the whistle's gone for it, they would have lost that point. Referee just having a little chat with Kira Keller, explain the situation and let her know. I think she's saying that she's done the challenge actually, so it's not come from Barbolini. So I don't think that then is therefore gone against. Oh, we've got something else. Got a little yellow card, and that's gone against. He's not interested. Doesn't care about the yellow card. Just wants to make sure that they've got the right point, and that's what they have got. So the yellow card's gone to one of the bench personnel. It may well have gone to one of the players on the bench. It was difficult to see that we were watching the action going on in court. But what that does mean, though, now that the yellow card has been issued, that's a team warning, regardless of who it's been given to. Is there any other infringement now in this set against Novara? It'd be a red card. And if you get a red card, then you would lose the rally. And if you weren't serving, if you were serving, you'd lose the rally, so you lose the point on the serve. If you weren't on reception, then you lose a point. A couple of changes being made. Message back in for Vakifbank. Kira Keller to serve for Novara. Oh, that's a great pickup. Unfortunately, doesn't quite come back. Gatti chasing after it. So her first job is to go crashing into the advertising hoarding. Gatti, a stalwart for the national team for so many years through the middle. Coming on as a blocking substitute for Hancock, who's now back into the action to organise the side-out offence. As Gabby goes back to try and make this as difficult as possible for Novara. Sana, not the best of balls in. And Vakifbank have a chance here to get level. Not going to happen. For once, Hack was in a position where the angles he wanted to put the ball on the floor weren't that great. Velikovic made sure that the block was high and across the net. Works the block and works Novara closer to victory. Sansona right in there. Courtney. Timeout call by Vakifbank. What a great time to be serving, 2 away from victory and an opportunity to wrap it up from the serving line. Such has been the power and precision of her serving. Once again, putting Vakifbank under a bit of pressure. Good dig by Sansona. Courtney. The block out has ended up as a block in as she's trying to go cross court, and Rasic denies Courtney. Vakifbank get their side. It's an interesting time to make an error. Suddenly the hope is there for Vakifbank that they are able to turn this around. After being 10 points down in the set, they're now only one back. But Novara with the side out can heap the pressure back on by taking themselves to match point. Look it up from Rasic. This could be 23 all. Ebra. She's looking for touches, and she's been given them. And Vakifbank have got it back to 23 all. Was off of Courtney. Still the same situation, Novara side out. Oh, they've been given it! Rasic, they're trying to make it difficult, has gifted Novara the point. And the pressure has just been heaped on Vakifbank here. It's match point for Novara. Courtney with the serve. Deep float serve from her. Oh dear, Courtney is pretzeled by Hack. And just as we were in the last set, Vakifbank getting the 24 all. It's the first to go too clear will either take the set for Vakifbank or take the match if it's Novara. Katsu with the serve. Huck now into the front row for Vakifbank, along with Ebra and Sarah. It's their best front row. It's a huge front row that puts down Brekatrevich. And it's now set point for Vakifbank. Would you believe it? What a turnaround. It was all looking so good for Novara when Hancock went back to serve. They were 2 away from victory. Now they're into a 5-set decider. What a block from Sarah. What a turnaround by Vakifbank. From 2-0 down to 2-1. From 10 points down at 2-1 to taking the set to make it 2-all. 2 huge blocks in a row from Vakifbank. And we're now going to a 5th set decider. And they are full of confidence of Vakifbank. You'd think they just won it with that celebration. They may well go on to do so. Confidence is no doubt high here for Vakifbank. What an incredible game of volleyball. Novara cruising. Now they're having to go into the roll of the dice. That's the 5th set. If you want to get involved on Twitter, go to hashtag #FIVBWomen'sCWC. There you can see what's been happening over the last few days. See the matches, see the see what the players have to say.
以关注抖音中 FIVB 女排世俱杯官方抖音号，更多精彩让我们在抖音共同度过。同样，每一位也是可以关注到我们的绍兴体育，绍兴体育也会从中抽取我们的幸运球迷。
No surprises with the lineup here for Vakifbank. Kansu staying on court. Ebra Karakurt on court. Gabi on court. How are Novara going to handle this now after being 2-0 up and being pegged back? It's a race to 15, no technical timeouts. Both coaches have timeouts still, 2. Plus their 6 subs, plus 2 challenges. We'll change ends as soon as we have a team get to 8 points. It's all about how Novara are feeling mentally right now. The 5th and final set is underway here between Vakifbank and Novara. Kansu with the serve for Vakifbank. The first to 15 will take this match. And the first point is going to go the way of Novara. Velikovic gets it off the hands. Not that confident. It was the merest of touches, wasn't it, by Zera? Hancock to serve. Didn't throw that up high enough, didn't reach up to it high enough for the contact. First miss serve Hancock's had, I can remember. Voted best opposite at this year's Volleyball Nations League in the finals. Playing here as a swing hitter. That's in on the line. Also ranked best outside hitter was Ebra at the World Championships under 18s. Sana with a good ball in. And Velikovic with a good swing deep again to position 5. Up early and over the top of Zaha. Courtney will serve again. Old school serving this from Courtney, standing float serve deep, making the players have to go back with the ball. They want a double touch. They're not going to get it. It went to where it was supposed to go. Guidetti not happy, he says that was a double. However, every single touch in volleyball is a double. That's where it's supposed to be on the pipe. It wasn't as if Courtney had to change anything. Subjective. Up to the referee. Timeout called by Vakifbank. See some of the dignitaries sat watching. Graham was just sat there from the Cook Islands. Who's the technical delegate in charge of this World Club Championship. Courtney waiting patiently. Yellow card given against Vakifbank, probably against Guidetti for his protestations. Yes, they have already had a yellow card, that was in the previous set, so that means now, though, any other shenanigans from Vakifbank would result in a red card in this set. Get Gabby with that trademark turn to the line, but well dealt with in defence by Novara, and it's put away down the line by Vasileva of Novara. 10 points looked pretty much impossible to come back from, but Vakifbank did that in a race to 25. 4 behind isn't the end of the road here in a race to 15, but it does make it difficult. Vakifbank need to side out, and they need not to be giving away any more points from their side out. That time, Gabby with a rocket cross court. She goes cross court, she hits the ball a lot faster. See how she has to turn her body to make that happen. Trevich gets the side out. That's Novara's game right now. The side out game. Keep doing that. They will eventually get over the line. Pushed it into block. Sensible stuff that from Hancock, not going to try and do anything flash. The quickest point of attack and the best point of attack was right where she was standing from Trevich, who's able to really rip that one to the line. Bogdanovic now in, so the double substitution completed. Gusto having come into block, but also now will act as the front court opposite. Smart play. Covering by Sunsana against that swing from Kirikella. Maybe a little late to react, but she's kept it in play. Work to be done here for Ebra. Kept up again by Sunsana. Lovely volley. This is turning out to be... Oh! And then confusion as Kirikella sneaks it off of Hancock. And the resulting touch sends the ball to the floor. Vakifbank closing the gap. By Novara. It's those gifts, those are the ones that hurt the most when you don't make the other team work for the ball. So the teams will now change ends as we've got to 8 points. Straight round and straight on with it. to serve. Chance here for Novara to increase their lead. Oh, so well played by Courtney. That's a really smart play, just when you need it. Able to stay focused and disciplined, not get caught up in the moment. When you see that, and you're coming off court, you look at the coach just shaking their head and shrugging their shoulders. That's negativity all over. That is a quality shot. Unless we said that, Gabby, I want you still on that sideline. The only way Gabby was going to make that dig is if she was defending 6, but actually defending deep 1. Sometimes you just have to credit the opposition with a really good play. But how many times has that happened in the match? Not from Gabby, but from Megan Courtney. Count that probably on 3 fingers. That's not going to be the reason why Novara have won this game. That's going to be the reason why Novara have won this game, because the unforced errors have crept in and caused issues from serving and from attacking. The set that they won, where they went from 9 unforced errors to 3 or 2, there may have only been 1, might be. That's the difference, even at this level. It's from Ebra. Well, this really would be a huge turnaround for Vakifbank, given that they need 9 points to win. Novara need 5. Stranger things have happened. That's a really good example, isn't it? Courtney with that lovely roll to the line last time. This time, she's tried to bury it, over-rotated and hits it out. And Vakifbank set up exactly the same way. Now, what was wrong with the last time? Because the ball hit the floor and went in. And then again, this time the block makes a good touch into transition, and now they have a point. So Vakifbank have set up the same way 3 times, and they've taken 2 points from that. Yet Guidetti went crazy with the one time that Courtney came up with a shot, a bit like that one from Ebra. That's pretty much undefendable. Look at that, it's over the top pretty much of the block and down onto the line. What do you do? Call a timeout, stay focused, get back in, make your side outs. Understand the sport in that respect, that you just can't get upset at everything. However, Vakifbank really are playing some incredible volleyball. This has been a seesaw match, hasn't it? All the cliches coming in, a roller coaster of a game. Not really the thrill ride that either of the fans want, though. For us neutrals watching, it's brilliant. We've seen some really good volleyball. Test of Novara's character here. The dig. Well, it's not won yet, though. Oh, how is there no net touch then from Sarah? That was brilliant. Good pick up from Hack. Oh, yes! Fantastic! From the youngster. Ebra Karakurt has just come up with what has to be the spike of the match. Vakifbank now just 1 behind. Dig from Gabby. Hack was in covering. That's costly. Hack didn't make himself available for the swing. Kansu wanted to make her have a swing. Hancock just settles things down for a moment for Novara. Kansu really upset. Blocking substitution, Getty in. As to where this ball's going to be dug. It'll be dug if it is dug towards the libero to pop it up in the air for someone to have a there was no libero on either, so that was quite the weakest rotation they had. Not to worry about. Again, huge front line here for Vakifbank just when they need it. Serra, Karakurt and Hack. It won them the last set. Oh, that was close, but it's going to be block out for Brakotrevich. Wow, that was potentially a deciding moment in the match. That one play. Hancock now. If she can get a point from serve, that could be the end of this one. That's an excellent ball in from Gazelle. Good ups and Sona, brilliant. Free ball, Vakifbank, 3 big hitters available, and it is hammered to the floor by Serra in transition. We're seeing some fantastic volleyball here. Two heavyweights of European volleyball going at it, providing some world-class rallies. And not only that, though, with a sprinkling of North America and South America as well. Courtney getting the job done off the block and out. Coming in. Selena Adeseva. Adeseva, the libero, she normally is. Some defence for her. Big side out needed here by Vakifbank. That's a great ball. Under the circumstances, having just come onto court. Puts the ball in, puts it down. Vakifbank one behind. And this is the same situation as the last set, where Vakifbank chasing. In fact, Novara got to match point. Convert. Serra back to the serving line. Good ball in from Courtney. Brakotrevich not going for it. Could that be costly? No, because Hack has missed it. Hack fluffs her lines. And so Novara have match points. Well, we've got calls of ball in, ball out, and then you saw Guidetti going touch. So what is the challenge? Throw the dice stuff here. Guidetti having a chat with Kansu. Tactically talking about what they're going to do, and really about we're looking for touches. There weren't any. No touch either, so close. It is still match point for Novara. Over 2.5 hours of volleyball played. We now have another match point. The ball in from Gazem. And it's a big block for Novara, and they have got the job done. They did it the hard way. And Novara had beaten Vakifbank by 3 sets to 2. Gets the block, really well lined up by Giulio. The captain for Novara gets the winning point. Barbolini celebrating with her. What a fabulous game of volleyball that was to get things going here in Shaoxing. Still got another game to come. Just have enough time to catch our breath and get ready for it. It's another Pool B match. Tianjin Bohai Bank will take on Dentil Praia Club from Brazil. So it's China versus Brazil. Confirmation of that result. Look at that.